keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
There you go, Johnny Cash there, and You Walk the Line. Now, we are joined in the studio by Gabriel McSharry, medical herbalist and nutritionist. How are you?
Good morning, Margaret.
Now, if you have questions, you can send them in to us, 083 3500 530, or give us a call at 0818 365 500. Now, continuing as we've been doing this week, and we've been talking about health and fitness and people getting healthy. And I know it would take us forever if we had to give all the details of how to stay healthy and all. But we'll start off, Gabriel. I suppose breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and yet a large number of people don't actually have breakfast. So what can people do that's quick and easy to improve their eating habits, I suppose?
Yeah, so as you say, it's a very important meal, and just to start off, I would say don't skip it. So if you're a person that skips it, don't. I mean, the scientific research is pretty clear on this, that it does increase, it predisposes you to insulin resistance and kind of pre-diabetes and weight gain. So it is important to have breakfast, and if you're a person that skips it, maybe change your routine there. I've written out a few general healthy breakfast suggestions that I think people will find beneficial. You know, maybe to start off with a beverage or something, a bit of water, a half pint or a pint of water, warm water, I think is beneficial, maybe on rising. If you want, you can add a squeeze of lemon or a bit of apple cider vinegar or something to that. Some people like that. I think it can be beneficial. On the juice side of it, I think vegetable juice is really nutritious, and freshly squeezed carrot, celery, beetroot, spinach, ginger root, coriander leaf, lettuce, greens, berries, any kind of these ingredients mixed or on their own, I think is very beneficial. You don't need to drink pints of it. A half glass is great. Watch fruit juice. Fruit juice, very high in sugar. It's natural sugar, but it's still too high in sugar.
So do you think squeezing 3 or 4 oranges and drinking that has a high sugar content, has it? If you do it yourself?
Definitely. Yeah. I don't think that's a healthy practice. I think if you want, eat the oranges, and it's unlikely you'll sit down and eat 3 of them. But definitely, by all means, eat fruit, but watch the fruit juice. We're really not designed to take such a massive sugar hit. The body isn't set up for that, and it really plays havoc with insulin. Vegetable juices, on the other hand, are not that high in sugar, and can be pleasant, but all the same. But you don't need to drink much of them. That's my opinion, to get all the nutrients and vitamins and minerals and so on. Let me see, half litre or so, or a large organic natural yogurt with some fruit and berries, nuts, a little bit of honey maybe, or sugar-free jam if you want to sweeten that up. That's also beneficial. The smoothie, a smoothie is, for those who don't know, is kind of a mix of different things to get it into a kind of a shake. But some examples would be maybe one would berries, or a couple of raw eggs, a bit of coconut milk, some seeds freshly ground, or a bit of yogurt. Another example of a smoothie I recommend is a whole milk smoothie with maybe a bit of cream, again a couple of raw eggs, some flaxseed oil, or half a banana, or some other berries in there. There are things people can play around with that I think are quite beneficial, more conducive in the summer months, but they're a good way to start a day. Porridge, the old Irish favourite. I would say about cereals in general. Cereals, any like the flake or the bic or the shred or whatever, all these things are really poor foods, highly processed. I had the good opportunity to be in some of the factories out in Australia that produce breakfast cereals, and really if you see what's done to them and how they're at the end of the line, really there's not much nutrition left in them, and then they're sprayed with synthetic vitamins and stuff by the end of the lines. They're, in my opinion, poor foods. Porridge, on the other hand, is a whole food, whole oats, and a way to do that, ideally, I think you should soak it overnight. Is a great way to kind of pre-digest it, so just leave it on the counter in water, and it'll puff up and absorb the water, and therefore renders it easier digestible and assimilable. And you can make it on whole milk if you want. You can add a bit of cream or some yogurt to it. You can also jazz up your porridge with some seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, which have omega-3s, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, your omega-6s, and some berries. So that's a way of kind of, I guess, revving up or jazzing up your porridge. Some egg options. Eggs are, I said it before, they're a very pure and healthy whole food.
You see, there's conflicting views on eggs. I mean, some would say too many eggs, high in cholesterol, bad for you if you suffer from cholesterol. Others will say that they have no effect at all. So is that really kind of down to opinion, or?
I'm the latter. Those who say high cholesterol or bad for your heart are wrong. It's not substantiated with any scientific evidence.
That's your opinion is that they're wrong.
Oh, definitely, but it's not substantiated with any scientific evidence, so it's not just my opinion. I stand on the shoulders of giants here, but it's definitely the predominant public opinion that they're bad for your heart because they contain cholesterol. And in general, it's a bigger issue. We're all driven out of our wits, afraid of cholesterol in the diet. Cholesterol is extremely beneficial to the body. So this whole fear mongering around cholesterol and foods is wrong. So eggs from a good source, healthy birds, are very healthy. They've good fats, good proteins in there, fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, and certain activators, lutein, zeaxanthin, perfect for eyesight. These things can't be just brushed aside to say that this is unhealthy for the body.
Yeah, but if you look at people who suffer from stroke, who suffer from heart attacks, and for people who haven't but have gone and found that their cholesterol level is high, surely that's down to diet. If they want to stay healthy and keep their heart healthy and, try and prevent having a stroke.
I completely agree. I couldn't agree with you more. A lot of heart disease, majority, is down to diet, but it's not to avoid eggs because they've cholesterol in them.
Yeah. Well, of course you eat eggs, but from a point of view of if someone maybe has a breakfast every day and has an egg for their breakfast, you'd say that's okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you can have a few. You can have more than one if you make an omelette. Again, from healthy birds, so like free-range organic, I advise. Very healthy food. I suppose a couple of examples, you can put some veggies or mushrooms in there and make an omelette, or a bit of avocado, some cheese, or some olives. Another example of an omelette. If one likes cheese, a bit of cheese with cottage cheese with flax oil and some chopped apple, a pinch of cinnamon, some chopped walnuts, also some cheddar cheese and tomato slices with some a slice of whole grain toast. And then there's also meats that can also be consumed for breakfast and are healthy. Bit of smoked salmon, steamed asparagus on whole grain toast and a bit of butter. I know people are thinking, where would I get the time to make that? But again, it's down to preparing that. If that's what you're choosing to have, you may have to get up a bit earlier and do it. And it may seem unreasonable, but if you plan ahead and get it into your routine, after a while, after that bit of a learning curve, it becomes easy.
It becomes easy, things, just like everything. Just once you get into a routine. Okay, listen, we have a quick break. Just rejoin us after this break.
Ocean FM. Northwest Today with Rogers Topline Hardware Ballymote, plumbing and heating suppliers. Extensive fitted kitchen ranges now in stock. Great value close to home. Rogers Topline Ballymote, 071 918 3318. Ocean FM.
Make this a year to remember with Ocean FM and the Clarion Hotel Sligo. Planning to get married by autumn 2012? This is the competition for you. With thanks to the Clarion Hotel Sligo, we have a wedding for 100 people, which includes a 5-course banquet meal, wine during the meal, tea, coffee, wine reception on arrival, evening reception, and lots more. A memorable day needs a special venue, and the Clarion Hotel Sligo is the place for you.
So how do you enter? Simply log on to oceanfm.ie for further details or email Margaret C. Flynn at oceanfm.ie. Don't miss your chance to win a dream wedding at the Clarion Hotel Sligo. Terms and conditions apply.
Ocean FM. EJ Formal Hire Sligo. Dress your entire wedding party for €500. Price includes groom, 2 groomsmen, the father of the bride and groom, and a page boy. EJ Formal Hire. Dress your entire wedding party for just €500.
Heading to Enniskillen, pull in at Belcoo Pharmacy. January sale now on. Selected frames, candles, gift sets, fragrances and bags 20% off at Belcoo Pharmacy.
Cromlock Lounge, Loch Arrow, County Sligo. Wedding venue of the year. Homely ambience and genuine hospitality of Moira, Christian staff. Superior food and service in Moira's award-winning restaurant. Superb rooms and the best views in Ireland. Great value for money. Cromlock Lodge, a haven of refinement. Visit www.cromlock.com.
Flanagan's of Grange winter furniture sale is now on. Massive reductions in all departments. Leather 321 was €1,995, now only €995. Table and chair set was €899, now only €495. And O'Dear's 5-foot pocket sprung pillow top mattress, now an incredible €295. Up to 70% off at Flanagan's of Grange winter furniture sale now on.
Would you like to give some time to others this new year? Would you care to drive? The Irish Cancer Society is seeking trustworthy, reliable volunteers in the Sligo area who have free weekday time to provide cancer patients with safe, comfortable and confidential transport to and from Sligo General Hospital. Can you help? Come along to one of their information sessions on January the 18th at the Sligo Park Hotel. To register in advance, please call Gail on 0123 10 566 or check out cancer.ie.
What does everyone want? They want more. So the fabulous Ford Fiesta Style comes with more. It's got stunning extras as standard, like alloy wheels and electronic stability program and easy fuel and MP3 connectivity. But more doesn't cost more. It's just €11,263, including scrappage at participating Ford dealers while stocks last. The Ford Fiesta. More as standard. Terms and conditions apply. Price excludes delivery and related charges. Offer ends March 31st, 2011.
The EJ Menswear Massive Half Price Sale starts tomorrow. All EJ's exclusive brands are reduced by 50%. The EJ Menswear biggest ever half price sale starts tomorrow.
Looking to plan your future? Don't miss Choices 2011, January 21st to the 24th at the Aviva Stadium, Dublin. Ireland's largest education, careers and work and study abroad expo. Pre-register at choices2011.com. Sponsored by TV3 and gotocollege.ie.
To have your say, call the Northwest Today comment line on 0818 365 500. Text your comment to 083 3500 530.
And you're very welcome back to the programme. We're in the company of Gabriel McSharry, medical herbalist and nutritionist, and you can keep your questions coming into us. Advice of Gabriel for someone who eats a duck egg every day. What do you think of that? Is it beneficial?
Yeah, bravo.
Is a duck egg more stronger than a hen egg?
There's different constituents slightly than hen egg, and some claim that duck eggs are more healthy. I think both are healthy. Again, if the duck or the hen is healthy, I feel their eggs are healthy, and they're both full of very healthy constituents.
Okay, what can people use if they can't take seeds, asks this listener? Is there an alternative also? What's wrong with orange juice? Is it not better than medicine? So, 2 parts to that question. If you can't take seeds, I presume fruit, or what would you...
Well, you can take nuts. Not too sure why they couldn't take seeds. Maybe it affects.
Maybe they just don't like them, or they are.
Yeah, maybe
affects them in some way.
Well, just leave them out. I mean, they're not a complete necessity. It's just a way of adding different nutrients to, we'll say, a porridge or something. Nuts can also go in there, and if it's a fact that you can't take them because they seem to affect your digestion, maybe try grinding them up prior to, or soaking them with the porridge overnight, and that generally breaks down their outer barrier that does render them sometimes hard to digest. The second arm of that question was
about the orange juice.
As I say, I think you should eat the oranges, and that's fine, but the juice, like, it is technically unnatural to squeeze, we say 7 oranges, and just drink the sugar component out of them. Again, a lot of people can do that for years and be fine. Some people who are susceptible to blood sugar irregularities, it's the wrong way for them to start the day. So I think, as more and more evidence comes out about fructose, which is the fruit sugar in isolation, it shows that it does predispose us to insulin resistance if taken in large amounts like that, like isolated, so really, with fruits, eat the fruits. With juice, if you want to flavour a pint of water, put a small bit of apple juice or orange juice in it, and kind of dilute it down. I think it's good for there, but just to drink the whole pure fruit juice, and a lot of it, for health, it's not good in my opinion.
Okay, this listener has a 4-year-old constantly constipated and complaining of pain in the stomach. Would you have any advice?
Yeah, well, definitely I'd look at diet there. One thing, it's very important to get the bowels working regularly, a daily bowel motion. It's with chronic constipation, the bowels shut down, and really what happens is we recirculate toxins from the bowel back into the liver and into the system, and long term it has subsequent health effects. So it is important to address it, and see what his diet is like. Again, in the clinic I'll take a full case history and diet history and medical history here as well. With herbal medicines, we have some nice mild laxatives that can add tone to the bowel but also work on the digestion, to increase bowel motions and to add irregularity that don't shut down the bowel. So it's important to know about laxatives. And in herbal medicine we have 3 different classes. We have stool softeners, which draw more water into the colon, and we have bulk laxatives that bulk up within the colon, and therefore the physical effect it has on the colon induces peristalsis, so it gets the muscles going and the tone. And then there's what's called stimulant laxatives, and these irritate the lining of the gut. And when you irritate the lining of the gut internally, again, that induces peristalsis, this muscular motion that brings on a bowel motion. It's effective. A medical herbalist will only use stimulant laxatives short term. However, in a lot of the over-the-counter preparations or the pharmaceutical ones, they're based on stimulant laxatives, and if taken long term, there's a dependency. So if taken long term, then the bowel loses tone, and then the reason the dependency is that if we don't stimulate it or irritate the line, it just doesn't move.
But for this 4-year-old, is it a case of maybe looking at the diet, or? Definitely,
by all means. Well, again, it's important to take a full case history, but I'm sure they've increased fluids and water. Probiotics are extremely important. So again, we have to re-inoculate the gut of the beneficial microflora. So if the child has had to take antibiotics in the last 4 years, or of late, that damages beneficial microflora. The microflora is extremely important for bowel tone and bowel motion. So a probiotic supplement and also some yogurts and lacto-fermented beverages is very important. Certain foods that can the child is allergic to can also predispose to constipation. So it's in order to kind of get to the bottom of it, it's quite complex, and it needs a full case history. Or if the child is taking certain medications that can have that side effect of constipation.
And because of the pain in the tummy and all, would it be an idea maybe to go to a GP and just have child checked? Or
the pain in the stomach is due to the constipation. So because the colon is distended, and there could be gas in that there, and that it's creating distended abdomen, which then creates the pain. If it's ongoing for many years, I would encourage you to see a professional. It's something I see a lot at the clinic, and it's important, as I say, to get the bowel working normally, and because it's an organ of elimination. It's one of our main organs where we eliminate toxins from the body, and if it's working normally, then that's fine. We're turning over, we consume toxins, we're exposed to toxins in our environment a lot, but we have mechanisms in the body to get rid of them, and the bowel is one of them. And if it shuts down, it's very important for us to get that back up and running.
Okay, a condition called hyperkeratosis, hardening of the soles of the feet. Any herbal remedy for someone who has tried all the steroid cream?
Yeah, well, first internally, oils. So without topically for the minute, oils are very important internally for any kind of keratosis or dry type skin conditions, and mainly cod liver oil, evening primrose oil, fish oil, flax oil, and all these in quite high amounts, 3 grams a day at least, for someone who has strong keratosis, because they're going to get cracked there in the heels and stuff, and that's going to be very sore and could predispose to infection and so on. So when I come from internally, oils are very important, and olive oil and coconut oil and all these healthy oils, very important. Topically also, oils can be important. Aloe vera gel can be beneficial here. Excuse me. I have an oil I make from calendula or marigold. It's a herb, and it's really good for keratosis where it there's cracked and really dry and irritated and predisposed to infection, and calendula oil or cream will largely reduce this. Okay,
and that'll sort out hopefully the.
Well, that's topically, but again, diet is very important. But the most important aspect, in my opinion, is the oils.
Okay.
For these type of skin conditions.
Right. This listener, another listener, is suffering from constipation on medication for it. Have hiatus hernia, can't eat fruit. What could you advise?
Yeah, again, the full diet history and case history is important for constipation and diarrhea. These digestive problems, they sometimes fall into the category of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and so on. They're so common now, and literature time and time again shown mass increase. My opinion is that it's our food chain has become very highly processed, and it's very important to take out all processed problems. Grains can be a big problem for people with digestive problems, chronic constipation, diarrhea. I see grains being a big problem. If they want to start to see the benefit of maybe reducing grains, they can try a gluten-free diet for 8 weeks. See, does it improve the situation? Clinically, it nearly always does. Celiac disease or gluten sensitivity is very of every country in the world. So it's something I'd start with chronic constipation, diarrhea, but all processed foods out of the diet, get on a good healthy diet, and then some herbal medicines are beneficial until the diet begins to take effect.
Okay, and just finally before we let you go, what cure had you given for an ear infection? Was it olive oil and garlic?
Yes, olive oil or sesame oil or some of these oils. It's an oil infusion. If you get a good garlic, so say an organic bulb of garlic, and chop up a couple of cloves, bruise them into the oil, macerate for a week to 10 days, giving it a shake every day, and then you strain off the mark or the whole garlic, and what you're left with is what we call an oil infusion or an oil maceration of garlic, and it has the antibacterial, antimicrobial properties of garlic, and a couple of drops in the ear can be very beneficial for ear infections.
Okay, and this listener says that when they were young, we got a spoonful of syrup of figs for constipation. Is that gone out of fashion?
It is gone out of fashion. It was definitely an old remedy. I think they used to call it blackjack sometimes, and this is in the 40s. But it is an old remedy, and figs in general have a laxative effect.
Right, okay. Now, I'll not mention the brand name, but a brand name of orange juice okay to drink in the morning for someone who has diabetes?
Again, as I said earlier, I don't think so. Definitely not for if you're diabetic. It's going to spike your blood glucose levels. It's a strong hit of sugar. If you're diabetic, you really should watch and curtail the intake of sugar.
Okay.
Natural or otherwise. So it's not a good idea for a diabetic.
All right, Gabriel, listen, I know we have a lot more to say on healthy eating and that, and you have a long list there, and we'll certainly return to it next week. And thanks to those who sent us in questions. But for anyone who wants to contact you directly,
they can ring 071 91 42940.
Okay, Gabriel McSharry, medical herbalist and nutritionist. Thanks for joining us, and of course you're back with us again next Wednesday.
That's right.
Ocean FM.